I just want to start off by saying we probably as a defense we had a rough couple weeks, so we prided ourselves on the game coming down to us and us having to make a play and make a stand. So Coach Alley, he's a great defensive coordinator. He came up with a great play to put us in that position on the last play that allowed me to have eyes on the quarterback. We knew he was the guy, so I played deep and I just read the quarterback's eyes and he led me to the ball. And I'm glad I made the play.
Mark, when you guys had that goal line stand in the first half, what did that just do for the psyche, the confidence of the defense that maybe you guys drew off of later?
It definitely upped our confidence, and it just proved to ourselves that we can play with these guys because we knew they were a good team coming in. We knew we just had to play to our best standards. So it just let us know that we were able to play with them and gave us the confidence to roll into the rest of the game.
Hey Mark, Cameron with the Hawkeye. Another point to add on to that is on the season y'all have been great stopping fourth downs. The team daring to go for it. Y'all make it pay for it. Tonight y'all only allowed one conversion. Just talking about another thing about that, being able to just shut a team down and shift momentum with stops like that.
I'm gonna say that comes down to practice and just repetition. Our scout team guys giving us a great look throughout the week. Our coaches putting together a great game plan, a great scheme, and we just executed. We had some mess ups, you know what I'm saying, but we executed for the most part, and it allowed us to come out on top.
Hey, this is Paul Lidlow. Willis, a quarterback that comes in, considered maybe a top first-round draft pick next year. That kind of gets the attention of the defense, and you guys rose to the challenge. And is that somebody y'all talking about this week to win the game?
Definitely. He was the main discussion. We came into it knowing, but we didn't come scared. You know, we looked at it as a challenge that we needed to step up to and wanted to step up to. You know what I'm saying, to basically get our defense, our name out there, you know what I'm saying, make us better. But he's definitely a good quarterback. I give him all the props. He's definitely good. He makes plays out of nothing. He extends plays. He's a good quarterback.
Anything else for Mark? Go ahead.
Your offense score all those third quarter points. Did you kind of feel like you were watching Rodgers maybe grow up a little bit there in that quarter there?
I wouldn't say grow up, but I would say he stepped up to the challenge. We as a defense, we were proud of the offense. We fed off their energy. That allowed us to go out there and want to play more. And like I said, we wanted the game to end in our hands. So, and we were happy that they came up with the points, and they work all week for us. So we had faith in them.
Anything else for Mark? Appreciate it, Mark.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Next we'll have Chandler Rogers, and we do have Calum Sutherland coming as well.
All right,
Questions for Chandler?
Coach Bowden said that he challenged you at the half to really come out and compete that second half. What was that kind of clicked in you? Because, I mean, you were a perfect 9 for 9 in the third quarter with the 28 points. What was it that clicked with you in that quarter?
We really clicked in the quarter after Coach Bowden challenged us to score that first drive. Just after that touchdown, we just felt the juice from everybody on the sidelines. The defense was playing well. They got a stop right there. Then we scored again on their, I believe it was the 2-yard line. And after that, we just had that adrenaline rush. We had the momentum. We had great energy. Everything just seemed to be flowing right in our direction. And we just continued with our play call and executed.
What does this game do for kind of getting the locker room back, believing now that y'all are 3-3, 3 wins away from a possible bowl berth, and still in the midst of the conference race?
Right, we control our own destiny. That's something we talked about in the locker room after the game. You go back and see our games we played. We're the only ones who stopped us. Of course, Coastal and Kentucky, they're great teams. Georgia State, we didn't play our best, but we know what we can do. We know how talented we are. We have great coaches here on both sides of the ball. I feel like we have the best kicker in the country as well. So the sky's the limit for us. We're going to attack each day, get better each day, and I feel like we can do a lot of things here.
How much more confident do you feel running this offense now compared to because of the repetition and getting as many snaps as you have.
Right. I definitely feel a lot more confident. Just purely based on repetitions during practice, and also getting the repetitions in the game. You know, there's nothing like playing experience. You know, that's when you truly learn. But you know, every day of practice, Coach Rod is definitely on me. Make sure I'm have my eyes in the right place. Making sure I have the right checks. Making sure I'm getting everybody lined up, being a leader, vocal, and also being their role model on the field and off the field as well. So I've definitely grown, and I definitely feel much more comfortable.
Anything else, Chandler?
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, Calum. Have a seat, Calum. Batting cleanup, our last, third. Calum Sutherland, why don't you describe the game-winning kick, and then we'll take questions.
Okay. So at first I didn't know if we were going to go for it or if they were going to give me the kick. Obviously I was ready either way, but Coach Bowden, he lets me kick whatever distance not necessarily whatever distance I want in practice, but he lets me go back as far as I can or as far as he lets me. And obviously doing that in practice obviously gives me the confidence to do it in game, and that showed today. And it's just a blessing, to be honest. Shout out to Trey Corley, my long snapper. Shout out to Brian Garcia, my holder. Without them, none of this is possible, and they make my job a whole lot easier. So shout out to them.
In your head, is that easily within the range, or is that right at the edge of your range, or what?
In practice, we usually go back to 60, just depending on the day, and like obviously wind and all that type of stuff. But I usually make 53. I mean, I was pretty confident in myself, and like I said, doing it in practice, Coach Bowden gives me the confidence in myself to do so. So.
Is there a conversation about a field goal at that point? I know he had called the timeout and sent the offense out, and then sent you back out. Do you take part in a conversation about a long field goal like that, or are you just waiting on him to call you?
Honestly, I'm just waiting on him to call me in pregame. I know my distances from going each way, depending on the wind, like I said. So it's not necessarily a conversation with me. It's a conversation with the offense to see if they want to go for it. But if not, they'll put me in, and I just have to stay ready. I'm usually standing next to the snapper and the holder, and we're just waiting to be called.
Before I let Calum know, I don't know if we have it on video or not, but he was tossed around by his teammates in the locker room, kind of a basket toss up in the air.
Yeah.
Maybe describe that a little bit for him.
I mean, yeah, it was a great feeling. That's never actually happened to me. Even growing up playing soccer, it's never happened to me. High school, all that stuff. So, I mean, just seeing my teammates happy that we got the win, and happy that I was able to contribute towards the win. So, I mean, it's just a great feeling. I mean, there's no greater feeling than winning, you know.